everyone. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the 5 important things that you need to know when investing in pre-construction. What is pre-construction? Pre-construction is before construction has begun, and investing in pre-construction is buying the right to own a piece of property before it's constructed at a future date. Before we get into it, let me introduce myself. If we haven't yet met, this is Anna Narasimhan. The big question is, why invest in pre-construction projects? It is a great way to move money, participate in real estate without actually owning the property and having to pay up a mortgage right away. You don't have to worry about multiple offers, and you have a selection of units to choose from. In terms of financing, you don't have to cough up the 20% right away. Most of them are, the deposit structure is staggered in the sense that you just come up with 5% every year till the project is ready, it's closed. So extended deposit structures have like 2.5% even or 5%, and you just have to make sure that you have the funds available when the money comes up for payment. With over 300,000 new immigrants coming into Canada, it makes Toronto in a very unique position given its infrastructure. Even if 50% of them choose to come here, there is a sustained and growing demand for housing year over year. So let's now dive into the 5 important things that you need to know when investing in pre-construction. Number 1 is location. As we all know, in real estate, it's location, location, location. And that is the reason why you would see some projects being offered at a lower price while some projects are being offered at a higher price, right? It's all due to location. And with pre-construction, a big factor as to how a property is priced is decided by where it's supposed to be constructed. Number 2 is the developer. This is very important. It is very important that you choose a reputable builder because you can run into a lot of issues, the finishing issues, finishing on time, or even the project getting canceled, right? So I would recommend you go online, research the builders, and choose which builder you want to work with. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to realtors like me who have platinum access and who deal with pre-construction and be happy to help you. Number 3 is phase, right? At which phase that you're buying into the pre-construction? Are you buying into the pre-construction stage or construction stage or post-construction? Makes a big difference. They are all differently priced. When you get into the project early on, for example, you get into the project at first access, not only you're getting a great price on it, you also have a choice of units that you can pick from. Number 4 is the process. Now, it all begins with getting yourself pre-approved. All builders are requiring that as a prerequisite before you can secure your unit. Make sure that you have the deposit ready, or you will be able to arrange the deposits as they become due, right? Be it you are going to take out from the equity as a line of credit. For example, if a purchase price is going to be $600,000, please make sure that the 20%, $120,000 is available to you whenever the deposits come due. If you are working with a realtor with platinum access or a first access, you would be now filling out a worksheet which you will give your basic details, your name, your occupation, your employer, phone number, email address, and also give a copy of your photo ID, maybe a driver's license. At this point, you would also be required to give a choice of 3 to 5 units, and your realtor, perhaps me, will submit it to the developer. And there is the allocation date, on which date, based on your choices, the builder will allocate certain units to you. If you like the units, the next thing is to let the developer know, in which case they will make the agreement of purchase and sale, and you will have the Terry and Wardy's, a copy of the contract. Now, this is very crucial, and I recommend having a lawyer review the contract. You would have a 10-day cooling off period in which you can understand the contract, know what you're getting into, so that there are no surprises. You will write out the initial deposit check and the post-dated checks in advance, and either you can give it to the builder straight away, or you can have the post-dated checks couriered to them, maybe FedEx them, whatever is convenient to you. Now, these would be placed in trust account. It doesn't go exactly to the developer or the builder. It is placed in trust, so you're safe with your deposits. Here now, you might want to consider 3 options. Number 1 is assignment, that is also called the exit clause. So supposing you don't want to wait until closing, or you're not thinking of tenanting or living there yourself, you just want to assign it to someone else, this is an option you would want to exercise in the future. It's very important that you go through the contract and make sure that there is a clause that gives you the assignment right, the right to assign it to a different buyer. So the benefit is there are no closing costs involved. So this is also done typically 6 months to a year before closing. Second option, if this is the only piece of real estate you own and you will be using it as your principal residence, in which case you will have to close and you will have to stay there probably for a year, in which case you will not incur capital gains because this is your primary residence when you sell it after a year. Number 3, if you choose to rent it out, please make sure that you have the option of interim occupancy. That means the time that you're allowed occupancy, like the builder will be completing units at a higher level and your level is probably made available to you. So please make sure for occupancy until closing, you have the provision of interim occupancy, so that if you're looking to tenant it, you can start cash flowing. There is no mortgage to pay for you, and the tenant will be paying money, and that will be cash flow for you at that time. So please do make sure that there is the availability of interim occupancy. Number 5, I'm sure you're gonna love this. These are the tips that you would probably benefit from. Number 1 is get a first access realtor, like somebody with platinum access or VIP exclusive access, whatever they call. This would benefit you because you will get the best prices at that time. Prices tend to be the lowest, and since you have the biggest time horizon, so in terms of investment, this is a great option. My second tip is to understand the floor plans. Make sure there are no dead spaces because floor plans are different. You don't want some dead spaces that just count into the square footage, which really don't serve any purpose. Also look at which units have balconies, terraces. I mean, that's a personal choice again. Try and avoid units that are close to garbage chutes. They can be annoying. People will be throwing garbage and you'll get the sound if either you or your tenant is staying. If you're an investor and you're looking for a rental property, maybe you don't need to go with the parking because you're going to be paid the rent anyways. So you can just skip spending extra dollars on parking. Now, very important is upgrades at this time. If you need any upgrades, it can be a simple thing like having a light fixture in the bedroom. If you want it, this is the time that you have to let the builder know and have it done. If you're looking at upgrades, something like light fixtures on the ceiling of the bedroom, now's the time, because before they build it, you have to factor that in. Any other upgrades, this is the time. And keep in mind, upgrades can be part of the mortgage, unlike resale homes where you have to pay for upgrades after buying the property. Assignment, make sure you have the option. Make sure you have the option for interim occupancy as well. And development charges, make sure they're capped. So that wraps up the 5 important things that you need to know about pre-construction. If you have any questions, please do reach out to me. My phone number is 647-207-0927. Till the next video, stay safe.